Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Hall again on second down. And some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action now. Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Now Prescott. Caught. It's Wilson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 53 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Motion man is Shakir. Allen now looks to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. so this will go only as incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And it is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Freeman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Straight ahead is Hall. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 10.
Prescott.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Prescott.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a second and 10.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Tighten up defense.
Prescott from the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On first down, Allen going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it. We just saw it there.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Prescott to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Third and 19.
Here's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a second.
Touchdown, Jets! Alan Lazard, 33 yards.
And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
He finds his man complete. That's Freeman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5. He's taken down right at the 20.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Allen. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Third and 12. Snap comes in one, and it's Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Gets it off to Freeman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Up the middle, it's Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
To throw is Prescott.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On play action, Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Allen off the play fake.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Jets on 3rd down.
They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Allen going to change it up. They run again on 1st down. Cook. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Inside the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And now here's another interception.
And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
On play action, Allen. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Allen now looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. That is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing now is Allen. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So Allen's going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Freeman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing, Prescott.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 10% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before